Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So it finally happened, the very thing that we were afraid of, the very thing that a lot of female athletes were afraid of when competing against a team who has a male player. None of them wanted to get spiked in the face by a ball that has been spiked by this person, because this person is male. That's not bigotry, it's just fact. They know they're more likely to get injured when playing with a team that has a male player. They know that if they get hit with the ball that has been spiked by this person, they're more likely to suffer a concussion. They may even get knocked out, like Peyton McNabb, and have complications as a result of that. Can you get injured by playing other women, by playing against females? Yes, but the severity of injury is likely to be greater when you play against a male player, a male athlete. The San Diego State Aztecs, they played against San Jose State. No surprises there, this is San Diego. The school went ahead, no fault for the safety of their female athletes, and played against this team. 4 teams have cancelled against San Jose for this very reason. Colorado State and San Diego State went ahead and played against this team despite them having a male player. Now I've seen this person spike the ball, and it's pretty scary. Even this person's own teammates are worried about injuries while training with this person. So a young lady got hit in the face by a ball that had been spiked by this male player, Blair Fleming. The college volleyball season was further plunged into the debate over transgender athletes this week, as a video emerged of San Jose State University's Blair Fleming sending a ferocious spike off an opponent's face. So Fleming, a redshirt senior, is reportedly transgender, has been cited as the reason 4 schools have forfeited matches against San Jose State this season over reported safety concerns. Thursday's incident took place on the SJSU campus, with the San Diego State Aztecs leading the Spartans 22-12 in the second set. It was then that Fleming was set up by teammate Brooks Lusser before rocketing a spike off the face of San Diego State's Keira Herron. So the announcer actually said, Keira Herron has some pink in her hair, and her face is starting to look like she's matching that, as obviously she took the contact. Let's have a look.
They'll have to continue to look forward as they trail by 10 points here. Fleming! They'll have to continue to look forward as they trail by 10 points here. Fleming! Herron has some pink in her hair, and her face is starting to look like she's matching that, as obviously took the contact, but also got to feel a little embarrassed as she's trying to laugh off that last ball.
So the young lady, she's laughing it off there, and, the announcer makes a joke. And that's fair enough. Hopefully she's fine. But as we know, the effect of these sort of hits can appear later. Peyton McNabb, initially she was told she can go back and play. But thankfully that didn't happen. And when she got checked out, that's when she realized that, she is injured. Concussion and all of the complications that come from that. And later on, she found out that her injuries were actually, long-term injuries that she's still trying to recover from even today.
So I was hit and everything went black. My teammates and coaches said I was unconscious for about 30 seconds. While my team was huddling around me, the opposing team was laughing. But when I came back to consciousness, a trainer took me to the sidelines and checked me for a concussion and told me I was fine and could go back in. But luckily, my coach didn't let me go back in.
Well, how are you? Do you remember how you were feeling?
I was really, my adrenaline was really high, and I was really, I don't know, I just didn't know what to think. I was really angry, but I was just hoping that it wouldn't happen to anyone else after I was out.
Did they pull the trans athlete, the other school,
No.
the other team?
No, they didn't.
So this person continued playing against your teammates even after you were hurt.
Yes.
What was the reaction in the stands with the parents? I go to these games all the time with my kids. I feel like there would have been a revolt by the parents.
Everyone went silent, and no one really knew what to do. There is a scream in the video. My parents weren't there, actually. That was the only game they didn't go to, but my grandma was there, and she was just so upset. She came down to the court and made sure I was okay. Everyone just kind of didn't know what to say. It was really awkward.
We do have video of the moment, which I'll play for the watching audience. Forgive me, you don't need to look at it if it's upsetting to you, but I just want to show them what happened. You're on that's the trans player that we have the green circle around, spiking the ball right into your face, and down you go. The trans player's obviously larger, very powerful spike. And I mean, it doesn't look like you even had a chance to respond to that. I mean, looking back, do you feel like you did? Was there any chance of you to defend that ball?
No. A lot of people say that there was, and I should have protected myself better, but I seriously had no time to even think of that.
When you watch that back now, is it upsetting to you? How does it make you feel?
Yeah, it's upsetting, but I think I've seen it so much, I've kind of just got used to it.
Right. I think our society's kind of gotten used to it, which we cannot. And that's one of the reasons it's so important you're speaking out.
So I'm glad she's okay. But today it's something that you can laugh off, or something that you find out, actually, I had a concussion. But tomorrow it can be something more serious. Tomorrow it can be a situation that was similar to Peyton McNabb. We don't know. But the more female players are made to play against a team with a male player, the more they are put at risk. The more likely they are to be severely injured. This is just fact. But the reality is, it's not funny. It's not funny that girls are being put in this position in the first place. That girls are competing against male athletes. That's not funny. That is unacceptable. And schools shouldn't be partaking in this. Schools shouldn't have male players on their team in a women's competition. It's as simple as that. So I hope more schools continue to boycott. This situation is not a laughing matter. This situation is basically playing Russian roulette with one's safety, with the safety of girls. And that's not to say that somebody is dangerous just because they're trans, as Karine Jean-Pierre loves to imply.
President say to parents out there who have daughters, let's say from high school, for example, who are worried that their daughter may have to compete against a male, a person born male, and there could be directly in physical athletic competition and worry about their daughter's safety.
So look, what you're alluding to is basically saying that transgender kids are dangerous. It sounds like that's what you're saying. Well, you're saying that their safety is at risk. Yeah, but you're laying out a broad example or explanation of what could potentially happening. A broad example explanation. That is dangerous. That is a dangerous thing to say. That essentially transgender kids we're talking about are dangerous. And so that's something that I have to call out, and that is irresponsible. I had just laid out how complicated this issue is. I had just laid out why it's complicated. And so anything that you have any additional questions, I refer you to the Department of Education. I'm going to move on. I know there are other people. Go ahead, Tam.
When you talk about safety, you're going around saying that trans kids are dangerous. That is not the issue, whether someone identifies as trans. The issue is a male athlete competing in a women's competition. That is the issue. A male athlete changing in the locker room with girls. Girls not being informed that this person is male and sharing rooms with this person. That means that you didn't have the consent of these girls before getting them to share hotel rooms and accommodations with somebody. You misled these female athletes. That is a safeguarding issue. So San Jose State would go on to lose in straight sets, 25-21, 25-18, 25-19, falling to 9-2 on the season. Apparently, the forfeits haven't been counted as wins on their website for some reason. They're not counting it as wins. They're not acknowledging the forfeits. But it's not the Spartans' descent in the Mountain West standings that sparked outrage online. Instead, it was the presence of Fleming, who continues to face online criticism. So Icons said, SJSU's male player Blair Fleming blasts another strike to the face of a female opponent in tonight's matchup with San Diego State. And one comment said, come on NCAA, ban the man from women's volleyball. Another said, taking the spots and scholarships of women isn't kind, and if they win, it's quite meaningless because of the advantages. Don't confuse kindness and fairness. So the coach told Kress he had more to say. He's saying that concentrating on what we can do on the court has quite frankly been very tough lately. There have been outside forces who have sought to divide our team, our university, our conference, and our sport. I know it's been weighing on the players in our locker room who have put in years of hard work. I'm more worried about our student athletes and what they receive and how that's impacting their mental health. We have an incredible group of young women who are trying to put the controversy aside. I just have faith that we'll eventually be able to put the outside noise aside and be able to play for each other and find love for one another again. And the university has said that they're basically following the rules of the NCAA. We are operating our program under the regulations of both the NCAA and the Mountain West Conference. Our student athletes are in full compliance with NCAA rules and regulations. We will not address the gender identity of any student as they are protected under the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. So Fleming is 6'1" and ranks 3rd in the number of kills in the Mountain West Conference. So again, that coach, he is not living in reality. He's talking about young women who have worked hard. One of them is male, which infringes upon the rights of the female athletes. It's very simple. That coach is not living in reality. He's failing to address the fact that one of your players is male. And yeah, they are following the rules of the NCAA, which is why the NCAA needs to be held accountable. And I hope this court case is successful in doing that. And I really hope it doesn't take a woman getting seriously hurt before this is addressed. The main reason why this person does not belong in the women's category is because this person is male. Male athletes do not belong in women's sports. Identity doesn't take away the need for categories. Advantages or no advantages. If you are male, you need to be competing in a category that aligns with your biological sex or in an open category. It's very simple. That way, the rights and the safety and the needs of girls and women are not infringed upon. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Take care of yourselves and God willing, I will see you in the next video.